everyone, so today we're going to do a video on the welding and repairs on the passenger side front wing on the SD1. So I don't know if this one looks better or worse condition than the other side. Definitely got a big whopping hole right through it there. Some dark blue paint that's been put on it for some reason in the past. God knows what that's all about. This side there doesn't look too bad. Going down there, yeah, lots of filler and lots of holes. So I'll probably end up again just putting the whole wheel arch on like I did the other side. Exact same approach. We'll just keep going up there with the wire brush on the grinder. We'll see how far up the rust extends. I think it's just going to be that bit, the rest doesn't look too bad. Well, even I was surprised by that one. Absolutely full of filler. I'd probably say maybe about 8mm some areas, so I'll let you see close-ups. So yeah, usual just hold through there, which doesn't surprise me too much. The filler actually goes right the way up to there. I haven't started digging into that yet because I guess there's no point at this stage. But that looks like it's all been dented in. So rather than pushing the dent out, you just filled it with filler. I mean, you see how much of that has been full because, you know, the lip would be out to here. So some holes there. This bit isn't quite as bad. Wee bit on the inside. A hole there, full of tons of filler there. I mean, that's a complete hole there, that one. And then gone on the inside. So probably going to have to approach this a little bit differently than I first thought. Cut. I mean, that dent goes right the way over to there. Somebody's had a go at tapping it down or something. So I don't know, I'm going to have to weld in a much bigger section. Maybe here. Yeah, we'll maybe aim for around there, right the way down. Not really much of a choice because that's pretty grim. There's not going to be anything I'm going to be able to do with that. So yeah, we're glad I had my mask on for that one. Right, so this all looks interesting. So that's a better view there. Right, so I decided just to cut the outer out first just to see what was actually going on underneath. So this bit's obviously pretty grim. Not much left of this one. But from there, it's actually not too bad. You can salvage most of that down there and clean it up. Obviously at the bottom it's rotted out. I need to fix that up. And there, so yep, I think same as other side. I'll crack on with making some repair patches right the way around, from certainly from there up to there. That's where it starts to get solid there. So, and then some of this. Morning everybody, so we're on to the next day now with the front wing on the Rover. So I'll just turn the camera around so you can see what I'm up to. Okay, so this strange template you can see in front of you I just made out of some steel just from the bottom of the wing that I got, because I'm running kind of short on sheet steel. So the plan with this is I'm going to see if it'll actually work out. Is just, that's going to be the inner lip there. Cut that out, and that's going to be the bit that goes upwards, the inner wing. And I'm just going to make little slices in that so I can get my curve on the bottom, and then try and fit it as a whole rather than what I've done on the other side, which was little bits like that at a time. So I'm going to see if it'll save me any time in the long run doing it this way. So I'll cut the video back in again once we've got it fitted. Right, so that's our wee repair panel there. It looks really rough at the moment and massively oversized, but we'll trim that down. And then this is the wing here, so clean back. So going to be somewhere along there, I'm just going to cut. And then we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, I mean, there's literally no arch lip there at all. Okay, so that's a repair patch ready to be welded in. This area is reasonable. There's a little bit of a twist in it. This will be trimmed down once it's in. It'll match up with the thickness of that one. So it's cleaned up at both sides, and I guess there's going to just be a lot of trial and error getting it fitted and getting it in the right position. Right, there we have it, the first one in. So that's worked out a wee bit better actually. Like I said, I'll trim that underneath a bit later, but at least it's in and solid. I think I'll be on to that bit next. And we've got that bit, and then we've got that bit down the bottom, and then it'll be get the outer skin cut, trimmed, and then tacked on. XL plate made up, cleaned up. Access for this one isn't going to be as easy, but at least I'll probably have to weld that one from behind, but that's fine. Get there. Right, so I think that's us done for today. Got that little section in there. Again, trim down that outer edge later. Had to weld that one from inside just the way it was. I've just briefly cleaned up others with a grinding disc. I'll go over that with a flat wheel to tidy it, but no one's going to see it anyway. So, yep, that's looking pretty good. We'll go into that next, and then that last one. Right then, so next little mini update on the SD1 front passenger wing repair. I'll turn the camera around. So this is where we've got up to now. That's all those welds cleaned up on the inner arch. I think that's looking pretty smart. Got those ones in there at the bottom, one on the underside there, and then right the way around the front there. So again, not showing in standard, but robust enough for what it is. I've cut out the arch repair, trimmed it down to fit the bit that I'd already cut out on the wing, so that's going to be the next job, getting that cleaned up and tacked in. Before we do that though, remember and get some zinc primer on that, or some weld through, certainly on the bottom bit where there's going to be some plug welds. Right, so we're back on the SD1 to finish off this passenger side wheel arch repair. So what we've done is painted the inner wing repair with zinc primer, and the lip where we're going to do the plug welds, that's just got weld through primer on it. Shaped this, tack welded it on, got it kind of roughly where we want it to be. Now we'll just fill in the rest of the welds. Right, so that's a finished article there, all the welding done, all the welds ground down, cleaned up best I can. I think it's looking all right. Obviously I'll get filled at the body shop, we'll just put a coat of zinc primer on it just now to protect over the next few weeks before it goes in. But yeah, really pleased with that. So I hope everybody found that second front wing video interesting, and please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks again.